Nope. Welcome to the Day Analytical Geek. I just recorded a really long video, but the sound quality was so bad because I kept hearing, so I decided to redo it. So I will try to sum up what I did last time. So we've got Scorponok and Fortress Maximus, Triptychon, Omega Supreme, Jetfire, Skylinks. You got a collection of Optimus Primes and Ultra Magnus, Rodimus Prime, various Megatrons. You got a collection of a lot of the Siege figures. You got a lot of the studio Michael Bay action figures, which the movies were especially because I'm such a big fan of the 1986 animated one. But the figures are done so well. You got our triple changers and stuff, like Hexadronus and Six Shot. You've got, oh gosh, I don't remember his name. A lot of the stuff from the movies. What is his name too? I can't remember his name. I'm doing horrible videos so far. My bad. And you've got some of the random Decepticons. There's a Starscream. We got Computron, Abominus. We got Unicron, Cell Studios. Multiple different Devastators. Predaking. Bruticus's, Neo Predaking. You got Starscream, Combiner, Defensor. There's Galvatronus, which is some extra random pieces from Scattershot. I can't remember his name. You got the 3 versions of Volcanicus, mix and matching with the pieces from the original. I already did videos on that. Extra Dinobots, and back to here. So, as I was saying earlier, I'm gonna try to put this down so it doesn't make a whole lot of noise. Is you've got let's put it right here. You've got ones like some of them we love because they're huge. Like, I love all those guys, like Fortress Maximus and Triptychon and Scorponok and Omega Supreme. Just because they're big, they can all, combine with each other. You can, make one giant base. But Omega Supreme's actually really neat. Out of all those, I think that's probably my favorite. All the Optimuses and Megatrons, they did a really good job on. That one up front, that had a lot of steps and was a pain in the ass. And it kept breaking off. I really enjoyed it, but it's really flimsy. The Siege figures are neat because you can all kind of combine them into one. I kept making like random super weapons and super versions, but individually, I just don't think they're nearly as good as some of the studio series. This is definitely one of my favorites. The Soundwave. These guys, I don't even remember them from the movies, but they're so sleek and well put together. It's like you feel so efficient when you get one of these done because it all just clicks perfectly into place. Like the new Cup and Blur. Totally Methbot. Nobody, Dino. Anyway, I actually like it's like a third party, but the Hexadronus, which I think is supposed to be like a shot off of the Six Shot. He's one of my favorites. I end up buying 3 of him, even though each time I get one, some part of it's broken off. So it's flimsy, but it's tons of fun. This guy might be one of my overall favorites, if not my top 5. I love him from the movie, and he's a good figure. That's really fun. That's a pain in the ass. They did a really good job with him, actually. Blaster, God, he probably gets my award for the shittiest Transformer, but he's still a classic. Love him. These guys were done really well. That guy over there, of course, Soundwave's fun. He was good, but he has trouble. I swear, he has trouble sticking together at the end. But that's kind of shitty. Starscream's fun. This probably gets my award for best combiner as far as like being unique. Each robot form looks great. Each combiner piece looks good. And the way you put them together, like the arms are actually come together to make one Transformer. But he gets an amazing, probably my award right now for best combiner as far as like looks and creativity. Abominus is probably one of the worst combiners because it's like I don't feel like he looks like anything particular. He's just you could take any four random people and just it doesn't really look much different. So he's cool, but nah. This I can't remember his name, but he was had the most steps, and it felt like I was doing an engineering project. He was great, and he this one grew on me. The movie Devastator. So I really like him, but if you don't do him just right, he falls over on himself. You got the NBK Combiner Wars and the Jim Bow Devastators, and this gets a special place in my heart because Devastator was the first combiner. I remember like I used to love the show. I own every episode. Unicron, um, gotta be one of my favorites, if not. But it also gets the award for worst transformation ever. So, everybody tells me the haslab version is gonna be haslab version is a smoother transformation, but also has more kibble. These guys are some of my favorite displays because they look badass, but um, they're kind of the Jim Bow ones are surprisingly kind of flimsy because they're too metal heavy. The Prediking's actually really neat, and the Neo Prediking I actually really like both of those aesthetically. And this Bruticus I actually have fun transforming and taking apart. Um, Starscream I think looks kind of crappy in a way, like as far as like kind of looks bulky, but I absolutely love him because he's Starscream. And it's like you wonder, it's like why didn't Megatron just get rid of him? Because he's always trying to take his spot. But we all love to hate him, but at the same point we love him because he's freaking Starscream. I love how they did the version with the crown. Um, and then of course, once again back to the Volcanicus. We all love the Dinobots. That's gonna have a special place in our heart. But by natural they're really flimsy. Like they're probably some of the flimsiest of the combiners in general. So I give them points. Obviously, I love them. I own 3 versions of it. But the Computron definitely gets a special award. I think for my favorite single transformer, I really love the Hexadronus, and I love this guy. I can't remember his name, but I loved him in the movie, even though he had a very short period. This one and this one, the samurai guy from the movies and the Soundwave, both of those are super sleek. This one's a lot of fun to transform too. Ones like that, they're a pain in the ass. They don't stay together as well. Uh, you know, Optimus gets a shout out. The Masterpiece Megatron and their Megatron, those were very sleek, fun to put. So it's like, you've got your ones that you like to transform all the time. My girlfriend calls those my fidget spinners. So I just sit there and just transform them. They're fun just to kind of like do all the time. You got your, some of your bigger ones that you'll occasionally take out when you're wanting to spend more time or have more time. But, you're happy because they're huge and they can do a lot of stuff. You got your Unicrons because he taught me about evil and that, the best character in the movie can actually be the charismatic villain, and it's like, come on, good, step up your game. Even though the movie was horrible, the Devastator, the Michael Bay movie Devastator, is actually really fun if you can get him in the right spot. I don't know how many times I'm gonna take him apart, but as opposed to, like, let's say Combiner Wars Devastator, which he honestly looks the shittiest of them all because the details crap and proportions are weird. But as far as being able to take apart and put back together and it's being really durable, you don't have to worry about that breaking. Whereas you got to be careful if some of these other ones are breaking, and that one even holding itself up. So, at the end of the day, some of them are going to have nostalgia value. Some of them are going to be intuitive and easy to transform. Some of them we just love because they're big, huge, and it's just like, they bring back memories. But it's like, the point is, I guess, it's hard to determine what is the absolute best because it's like they all serve a different purpose and variety. And it's like, hell, here I am as an adult, and like I've gotten more satisfaction out of like collecting these Transformers again, like the nostalgia. But it's like little engineering projects. I love getting them and without looking at the instructions, trying to put them together. And I tend to find the ones that are intuitive. That, like, I feel like you can figure out if it's like figuring out a puzzle. Those are the ones I tend to really enjoy in the long run. And, you know, other ones that are such a pain in the ass to transform. I like it the first time, but it's like, almost got to set aside like 30 minutes, you know, to transform some of these guys. So, you know, if you're a collector like me, you're, you know, all the various reasons we collect them, they're totally worth it. And, you know, I figured I would put this out before I get the haslab unicron in a few weeks, hopefully. I'm still waiting for it to arrive at the place I'm getting it from, and they have to, of course, ship it to me. So hopefully in the next few weeks, and then I'm definitely going to do a review on that, and kind of will come full circle. But, you know, heck yeah, I'm curious what all of you guys think. I appreciate, you know, this sort of thing existing, and I appreciate that other people are into this stuff, and I really want to hear other people's opinions, because, like, I mean, I love a lot of different stuff. I've never just stuck to, like, one hobby, but this has been one that, like, you know, I think I had the movie memorized by the time I was 9, and it stayed with me. So I know a lot of the people, the community's pretty big, so I know a lot of other people feel the same way. But thank you for joining me on this rambling at the Analytical Geek as we analyze various Transformers. And yeah, I'm curious to see everybody else's collections too, so have a good day.